And we do appear to be live. It has worked. Well, welcome and good morning, everyone. We're not quite on at 10:15 yet. I'm just trying a new streaming setup. And, yeah, just wanted to come on a little bit earlier and make sure it's worked. And I can't seem to see the live feed on the Buskers page from Pages. So let's just see if I can see that on. Here we go. There we go. Fantastic. Oh. And welcome. Yeah, I'm just. I did say 10:15, so I'm just going to have a quick play around with some of the chords that we're going to be learning today. So here we go. There we go. Yep, 10:40. Oh, Postman's just been. Well, let's make a start. I can chat a little bit and we'll let's work out where we're going from there. Morning. This is me, Barry, from the Buskers. You'll see we're trying to be clever by including special graphics in our live feed now. We've taken lots of trouble to try and ensure that we've got reasonable sound quality. If you don't think it is, give me a shout, and I'm not really sure what I can do about it right now. But we're going to just look at some really basic chords. If you're here hoping to become an expert guitarist, you're probably in the wrong place because I'm not an expert guitarist. These sessions, they're just supposed to be a little bit of fun to try and just encourage a few more people to learn how to play guitar and look at some chords and get people just having to play around with guitars, singing along to whatever it is you're playing and going from there. If you do have a guitar, that's fantastic. I hope you're going to join in, maybe post a video of your progress, maybe in the comments below. If you don't have a guitar, you just want to check this out, then that's fine as well. We have spoken to Matt at Steeltown Music, and they are still operating. Again, a local business who have been hit by the coronavirus pandemic. Please try and help them out if you can. If you are thinking you might want to get a guitar, give them a shout. I'm sure they'll help you out. My only tip for buying a guitar is get one that feels comfortable. Okay, if you get one that feels comfortable, it's going to encourage you to play it a bit more. There's no shortcuts with playing guitar. It's all about practice. Just have a quick sip of my tea there. Tony, funnily enough, Tony actually bought me this mug last year. But it's a massive mug of tea, and it gets used more than any other mug in the house. Right, we're now on 10:16, which does mean I need to start, I suppose, just try to show you a little bit about guitar. The first thing we're going to do is try and look at the tuning of your guitar. Because my guitar sounds like this if I play a chord. If I mess this up by... Maybe your guitar's been sat in a cupboard for ages. It's going to sound something like this. Now, if I try and play that same chord again, it sounds like this. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, it's not good. So basically, ideally, I would recommend that you get yourself a tuner, which looks something like that. The other approach is you can play by ear and tune it by ear as well, but you need some kind of reference. So the first note that we need to tune is the E note, and this is the thickest string here. So now this isn't looking too bad. Oh, sorry, getting a phone call. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir. My name's Venus. I'm calling from Chorlton. We've had a call from this number in regards to a possible broadband connection, and we're just wondering if you've managed to sign up or not.
Yeah, we're all signed up. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thanks. Bye-bye. There you go. So, yeah, that's the E note. And that now, according to my tuner, I don't know if you can see that. No, probably not. That should now be in tune. So the thick string should sound like that. The second one is called A. If you've got a tuner, fantastic. If not, it should sound should sound a bit like that. So E, A. The next one we're going to tune is D. And just in case you'd not worked this out already, I'm tuning it. I make it go higher by tightening the string, or I make it go lower by untightening it or loosening it. That's basically what we're doing when we're tuning the guitar. So the next note is D. Right, okay, so our first three notes are now in tune, which is brilliant, because if you don't get any further than this, you can play a bit of status quo. Fantastic. Two strings, that's all you need. Any rock guitarist will tell you that's their secret. Okay, we are going to go and tune in the other strings. So G is the next string. It's nice and close. So we've got our G in tune there. Next one is B for Barry and the Buskers. There we go, yeah. That's in tune. And finally, E again, which is the same note as the bottom one, as it's this one here. There we go. So that one should sound the same as that one, just higher. So, just to summarise, we've got E, A, D, G, B, and E. If you just wanted to tune your guitar to itself, if you don't have a tuner, that's not a problem. I would recommend you maybe look at getting an app, maybe look at getting an online tuner. If you search for guitar tuner on the web, there are some ones out there that will just use your computer microphone or your phone microphone, and it'll help you tune it that way, in the same way that I've used this little contraption here. You can tune a guitar to itself, so if you get the bottom string here and then play the fifth fret, that's the second dot, that's the same note. It's quite easy to remember because it's the same for all of the strings, apart from this one, the G string, which you go on the 4th fret. Okay, so guitar's now in tune. The first thing we're going to look at the chord of G. And we're going to, hopefully throughout this session, I don't want to take too long, we're going to look at 3 chords and just show you how, if you practice these 3 chords, you can put a number of songs together. So the first one we're going to look at is G. And you should have a graphic coming up just there. Now there are 2 ways we're going to look at playing G. We've got an easy way and we've got a harder way. Okay, easy way and harder way. So it makes sense. Now you'll notice in the easy way, one of those notes is exactly the same. Now, the thing is with this diagram, the green bits, they actually represent your fingers. So in the easy way, it's the bottom string there. So the top of the easy way, you've got 1 green dot. You just basically put your finger on that fret there. So, and you only need to play the top 3 or 4 strings. So. And that's G. If you're feeling a bit more ambitious, maybe you've tried to play guitar before, then you need to play that note with this finger. So if you look for that little round marker there, because that's then going to enable you to put these fingers on these 2 thicker strings here. And that's what your chord should sound like. Now, if you are just starting out, you're going to get some notes sounding like that, some notes sounding. You might get that kind of sound. What I'm going to stress is it's worth just sticking with the 1 chord until you can get each note sounding nice and clean like that. So to start off, just those 3, and then bring in these other 2. Again, If you want to post a video of you attempting that chord, then put that in the comments. I'll try, and if I can, at some point today, to look at what you do and maybe offer some advice. A general tip is, if you're finding this difficult, it's not about physical strength. Okay, it's not the stronger you are, the better you're going to be at playing. I mean, you look at your typical guitarist, that you quite clearly see that's not the case. It's just about applying enough pressure. But I'm not really straining at all on this. That's all you really need to be worried about. If you're finding it difficult to stretch round, then bring your wrist forward. So you can see the wrist is a bit further forward, and if you're maybe struggling to get your fingers in place, that gives you a little bit more leeway. And that's also a way recommended by classical guitarists. To be fair, a classical guitarist will be sat like that. As you probably, if you've seen the buskers at all, you'll know that we're not classical guitarists. So there you go. So that we've got G. Now, I've hopefully set this video up so you can rewind if you want to. But for the benefit of people that are going on, we're going to move on and take a look at another chord. And that is the chord of C. And that goes something like this. Easy way, bottom 3 strings. Don't know if you can see that, but if you follow the diagram and my finger, that's on the 1st fret there. So the bottom string, this thinnest string is open, as is the 3rd string, or the G string. Now the good news is that finger stays there. That's the only really logical way to play that note. But if you want to bring in, then you put your other fingers, the middle finger, because the G string's open, remember, put this finger on the 2nd fret. And then this finger, now this will feel quite uncomfortable. This is I don't know what God was playing at, because these 2 fingers can be a little bit useless without some real work. So bring this one right over, and again, push your wrist forward. And then you've got your C chord. Again, you're going to get... Stick with it and just work on getting those 2 in place. So... We've now got 2 chords, and what you now need to practice doing is to move in between them. This is going to be really tricky at first. You're going to get a lot of that fret buzz again. It's going to be slow, but take it slow, get the notes sounding nice and clean. And then build up your speed. You'll notice my fingers aren't actually moving that quickly. Obviously you build up to that sort of speed, but you don't need to move them that quickly if you're just starting out. Just a note on your right hand, I'm using a pick, you can use your fingers. Nothing to stop you going something like this. Or even just your thumb. General rule, if it sounds good, it's good. That's all there really is to it. So practice your next thing, obviously once you've got those chords sounding clean. Just keep going with that. And once you've nailed those 2, it's going to be much easier to move on to the D chord. Now, there's not really an easy way of playing this. You just basically, as you can see, following from the diagram that's on your screen there, middle finger on the 2nd string, hook this finger right over the top on the G string on the 2nd fret, and then this finger sits right directly underneath that dot. And then you only need to worry about playing the bottom 4 notes. You can get away with playing the bottom 5 notes, bottom 5 strings there. And again, you will get a bit of... Try and get each note sounding really clean. So it's sounding like that. And then work that in with your other chords. And once you've got those 3 chords, there's any number of songs that you can play. One that you might have heard us do, it's not quite in the same key, and I certainly don't sing it in the same key, so it's not going to sound that great. When I wake up, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go home, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. So there you go. Now, obviously this video is going to be posted, it's going to be live on the Buskers page. We're not going to take it down. If you have found it useful, let us know. We just thought we'd try something a bit different. I don't know if you have found it useful. Drop us a comment, drop us a message, leave us some videos, let us know how you're getting on. If you want us to continue this, we will do. If it's not work, no problem. If you do want to see the Buskers doing really what the Buskers do best, we're going to be performing live tomorrow night from 8 o'clock. Now, obviously, because contrary to popular belief, Tony and I don't live next to with each other. We're going to be doing separate streams. I'm going to be going from 8 o'clock up until 9 o'clock. And Tony, if you haven't been watching his Friday night party, you've missed a treat. It's been absolutely amazing. I'll be honest with you, that normally individuals playing guitars and singing, it's not normally my cup of tea. He has been absolutely fantastic. Get yourself along to our page. You're here now. Give us a like if you haven't already. Come along, 8 o'clock, and then Tony's taking over at 9 o'clock, and get yourself a beer, can of beer. Obviously, if you're old enough or your parents approve of that sort of thing, or a glass of wine, couple of glasses of wine, sit in the hot tub, obviously keep your iPads, phones safe or whatever, and watch us. And like I say, let us know what you think to the guitar lessons. Is it worth continuing with? Is it not? Not a problem if not. This video will be here. Let us know how you get on. Thank you very much.